And now for the annual GeekGirlCon cosplay contest. Our judges are Jay Justice in a shirt celebrating the golden age of Marvel Comics, Bo Tamanson Bennett cosplaying as the Cat in the Hat, Jamila Clark with blonde curls and a black hoodie, Annabelle who has lit her room with red and blue lights like sci-fi lava, and our host, the wonderful Rocket Fox, who is dressed like a witch with blue braids, a black pointy hat, and a crescent moon upside down on her forehead. During the contest, entries will be to the left and our judges will be to the right. Let's get ready to see some cosplay.
Hello, my friends and loves, and welcome to the 2020 GeekGirlCon Cosplay Contest. I am so thrilled and so excited to have you, especially during this a little bit of a strange year, strange time we've been having. It is an absolute pleasure to be able to be getting together and celebrating one of our favorite things, cosplay, and the creativity that everyone has even now. But before we get going too far into this wonderland of creativity, I want to take a moment to introduce all of the fantastic and amazing faces you are seeing before you right now. That is right, our esteemed panel of judges. I am so thrilled and honored to be seen kind of upward and to the right a little bit of these amazing people. And I'm going to allow all of them to introduce themselves, but not without a little hype. So first up, I would like to introduce Jay Justice as seen from the cover of Marvel Comics, A-Force #1. Jay, tell us something about yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Jay Justice. I'm a cosplayer. I've been cosplaying for about 11 years from New York City. I'm also an editor for graphic novels and literature. I do game development and consulting for accessibility and diversity in like all forms of media. I love cosplay. I love hyping up other people and making the community feel more inclusive and just making everyone feel loved in the cosplay community. So that's what I'm here for.
Awesome. It is such a pleasure to have you. And next up, we have, with a jaunty hat, Bo Tamanson Bennett, who is, this very year, celebrating their 10th year of cosplay. Please tell us something amazing.
Hi, my name's Bo Tamanson Bennett. I am a cosplayer and a visual artist specializing in synthwave inspired art. And I also run the Critical Role Book Club on Twitter, where every month as a community we vote on a book inspired by a different member of the Mighty Nine and read it together the following month.
That is amazing. Also, I have to say, I'm just now really paying attention to the bow tie, and I really love it. I really love it. Next up, the incredible and amazing Jamila. Please tell us something about yourself.
Hi, so I'm Jamila of Black Betty Cosplay. I've been cosplaying for over 10 or so years. I'm a graphic designer and photographer, and one of my things is advocating cosplay for everyone, and that means photography, design, whatever. So I'm here for, if you want to cosplay, you can cosplay, and that's what I'm all about. So yeah.
Awesome. It is a pleasure. And last but definitely not least, we have Annabelle, who's the founder of both Women vs. Cosplay and Men vs. Cosplay. Please tell us something about yourself.
Hi, I'm Annabelle, and I've also been cosplaying for about 10 years. I started the Men vs. Calendar project in 2013 and got enough feedback that people desperately also wanted to see Women vs. Cosplay, which we did in 2014. So I've been signal boosting cosplayers since then on all our social sites. So if you're interested beyond just this contest, hit me up and I'm happy to promote your work. And for fun, when I'm not working my very exciting finance job, I like to stream scary games and work on fan art for fanzines.
That is amazing. It is such a pleasure to have each and every one of you here. And I am your friendly and fun-loving host, Rocket Fox, and I have been 10 seems like a popular number. I'm going to go ahead and say I've been cosplaying for about 10 years. I've done a lot of Mad Moxie from Borderlands, Catwoman, Morticia Adams. I trend toward the spookier side. That may come as a shock, but I also do a lot of streaming. I recently started a podcast, just just, you know, here, there, everywhere. I could be behind you right now. So without further ado, though, just a little bit on our wonderful contest. So first and foremost, everyone who has entered is a winner because they are all amazing. And we were so impressed and so astounded by all of the amazing work and the love that have gone into all of these costumes. But also, there are a few categories that there are going to be actual other style winners in. And those categories are going to be, we're going to have Best in Show, Best Craftsmanship, Best Group, Best Hair and Makeup, Most Creative, Best Props and Special Effects, Best Original Character, OC, and then the Judge's Choice. So, without further ado, let us take a look at all of our wonderful entries this year.
Stop.
I'll tell you, I'm ready to keep jamming.
We were vibing. It was good.
And for the next portion of the con, the virtual dance party. But yeah, no, those I have to say I am incredibly impressed with everything that I saw. How talented are all of these cosplayers? Oh my goodness. And yeah, before we go into the final winners, I wanted to see just from any of the judges, were there anything that you wanted to say about just kind of the overall sense of the competitor? I don't really want to say competitors, because really we're the collaborators this year. We're all together in this. We're a community. But did anything really stand out to you?
I will say that a lot of people's really hard work with the small details that made their costumes just like really pop were super inspiring, because it's been hard to connect with the artistic parts of ourselves while we've all been going through so much. Like, it's like a collective global experience of grieving the year we should have had, the friends we should have made, the events we should have been able to attend. And a lot of people's little things reminded you of like how much you loved the movie their costume was from, or like the book it was from. And so just getting to see all these really great costumes made me just really happy. It was just really great.
Definitely. Well, and I have to say too, like even just looking at so many costumes and such creation, it's been a minute since I've done my own cosplay, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh man, oh yeah, getting that little itch back again. Yes. But I remember seeing on some of the forums too, some people had done them even just during quarantine time as well, which, I mean, getting inspired to do anything during this, I think is pretty amazing.
I
So
feel like I've lost gaps of time during this great pause. So seeing this really energized me to want to do more cosplay and just kind of get over this kind of hump we're going through with everything and support each other through it. But yeah, I really love seeing that.
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, I know I have some half-finished projects that are going to get worked on now.
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't know what you're talking about, half finished projects.
We all have a graveyard of cosplay zombies that are going to rise up after the end of this pandemic, probably.
Oh my goodness. Listen, I don't go in the basement anymore. That's a haunted land.
It belongs
Even
to them
for
now.
like Halloween, this is like the highlight of my month because I can't go out to parties. I want to play it safe. I just want to, but here I can see some amazing cosplayers, you know, just hang out with some amazing other judges and hang out with you and just kind of see this from the comfort of our home. It does miss the aspect of seeing the details in person, and I missed that from last year, asking them to spin around, seeing their excitement in person. But reading the summaries they provided with their images was incredibly helpful, and just their enthusiasm for submitting for the contest. I mean, the fact that entries filled up in that day was just fantastic.
Yeah. And what you said too about being able to read about some of the details, just some of them are really mind-boggling. You know, like even just looking at some of the amount of tiny pieces and how many hours and how many pieces. And I, you know, as cosplayers, I know we put a lot of labor of love into things, but you start getting into numbers of things attached to things. It's you know, it's a little mind-blowing. So I guess without too much further ado, I don't know if we have drum rolls nearby around.
Is there a soundboard?
I have thighs. Hold on.
Yes. But let's take it away. So I have here on this fancy official paper the winners to our different categories. And so we're going to start off with the best original content. And for that, we have by Cathartic Creations and Escapist Creations, The Fawn and Nymph, which I was really impressed by. And speaking again about all of those little details, having read how many little flowers and leaves cut out and all of this, but I give the floor to the judges. What was it about this that really brought this to your attention to win this
Accurate
category?
fawn legs. Yes.
I was about to say the legs really stood out when I saw
the
that
reverse
close up.
joint looked so good.
I mean, yeah.
Fawn legs are hard.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
fawn legs, horse legs, that is...
Like it
And
was
then just the
beautiful
small
and delicate at the same time. Like
Mhm.
it was strong,
Yeah.
but also looked very soft and very natural. Like it was just so good, and the makeup was so good. Like everything was so good.
Yeah, it was just so nicely executed, like all the little details. And they had such wonderful photos showing those details, which was really nice.
Yes.
You could see like the corset work. It was just really, really well done.
Absolutely. Well, and also, I remember reading in there too, like how the antlers were worked into the wig, and how the wefts were worked in as well, and you know, and I have wigs. I know what a weft is, but you know, but working it in there too, very impressive. So yes, so congratulations, Cathartic Creations and Escapist Creations. Nicely done. Like going back to these feet, I don't know how
How do you walk in
anyone's
those?
actual foot is in there.
So good.
Oh,
High heels. And
Yes.
like your tippy toes.
They
How
make really
high
good
the
heels
heel?
that
Though?
actually are built to have that fake foot in front of it. They make those. Like so, yeah, it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's not comfortable. If
It's
you're
not
flat-footed, I don't recommend it.
Oh my
I
goodness!
Psychiatrist afterwards, but it does work. Yeah,
Wow,
every
though.
single was so good. Like the makeup was great. Like just
Mhm.
all of it, lovely.
The
And that's
cascade
the
of
original
flowers.
character. It came from
Mhm.
their own minds. Like this is how I want my character to look. Like that's cool. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I want to take these characters into a D&D campaign and just run rampant. But yeah, no, and the thing I think that's really awesome, again, as you said, having these closer detail shots as well, and being able to really get in there and see all this fine, just meticulous work that's been done.
Also, excellent photography by Veronica Scallion. Good job.
Yeah.
Big
I
friend,
can't
photographer.
imagine walking in that.
Yes, no.
Wonderful. And so congratulations, Cathartic Creations and Escapist Creations, for your delightful Fawn and Nymph. You will be receiving a GeekGirlCon goodies bag, and we will be in touch. So the next up, we have Best Props and Special Effects, and the winner of this glorious genre is Marilla as Blood Moon Sivir from League of Legends. And this is one that I am familiar with. I'm familiar with a few. I don't live totally under a rock, but only a little bit under a rock. But there was a lot I thought was really impressive about this, but delightful judges. What really caught your eye about these props and special effects?
I think
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I think kind of the number one thing that solidified her for this is the fact that she did this like on a strict budget. The fact that with such a strict budget, she was able to use the resources she had to make something so accurate and so full of love. It says so much about this hobby as a whole and the passion that they have.
Especially
Cosplay
video game
and budget.
characters. I feel like if you go League of Legends or World of Warcraft, you have to go big or go home.
Yep.
And she definitely went big within her budget. Like, oh my God, the horns, the mask. I had to look up a character reference, and she got it. This is amazing.
Yeah, and the huge prop that you can tell is not heavy because she made it smart
She made it
and
well,
lightweight. And then all of the perfectly clean lines and the finish from the paint. Like, I loved every single part of it. Like, you can see how humongous that thing is.
And her poses,
awesome.
having fun with it.
And showing us every detail of the costume. Like, it was brightly lit. Like, it was great. It was very easy to see all the work that went into this. And then also, I've made a half mask. They're annoying. And she did a great job. So good. So good.
Yeah, well, that's amazing. And again, like the idea of making cosplay on a budget, which I feel like is, I may be speaking for myself here, but I feel like that's where a lot of us start. Cosplay on budget, but man, how quickly tables turn, how quickly it becomes so not budget friendly. So being able to really stay to that and be able to really like use that extra cleverness and creativity to make something so impressive, you know, I think is really, really cool. So yes, congratulations, Marilla. You stay tuned. You are going to be getting some goodies coming your way. So next up, we have the winner of Most Creative. And for that, we have Nana Cosplay as Yubaba / Yubaba Bird. And Spirited Away is one of my favorites, so I was really excited about this, I do have to say. But judges, talk to me. Tell me everything that you have to say about this delightful cosplay.
Not only does she get all of the nostalgia points, but also the craftsmanship points. Yeah. Like, look at this detail. Her expressions are perfect. Her poses are perfect. And, like, it just is excellent. Real feathers. Real feathers.
I love transformation cosplays in general. And just married with Spirited Away was just like, mwah.
And it's just perfect because it's one of those costumes where you either think you have to do 2 different costumes, but she was like, I'm going to make it happen in one. So she can have the transformation, which is such a clever idea.
Absolutely. And yeah, and I don't think I've ever actually seen a Yubaba Bird cosplay before. That was new for me. And one thing I actually remember seeing in her form as well is that it was in honor of, I think, her grandson who's in the Air Force. Something like that. So that was also, I think, a really special tie in there as well. And something else I recall seeing was in building the costume that she had wanted to do something in the garment itself that was more kind of historically accurate to the time period from which, like, the hairstyle and things like that, which I thought was, you know, those little extra pieces of attention to detail that really just go the extra distance, you know, and the feathers. So, so yes, Nana Cosplay, well done. And bonus nostalgia points from here. And stay tuned as well. You will be getting some goodies from GeekGirlCon, and we will be in touch. So next up, we have Best Hair / Best Makeup / both in this particular instance. And the winner we have for this category is Magenta's as Witch Bowsette, which speaks to me on a very deep and personal
Like, we
level.
need these photos back. Oh my God.
You know.
Oh my goodness. Just everything about this is so fabulous. Judges, wow me with your wowedness.
This feels like a marketing promo for Nintendo. Like, it's like she stepped out of marketing material. I love it. She looks perfect.
is.
Like,
the makeup,
photos
the
are
execution.
on point, but yeah, the execution, so good.
Like, this looks like a special Bowsette Halloween release.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
what
it's
it
too
looks
cute
like.
to be real.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She's too cute to be real. She could be a doll. Like,
I want a
would
plushie
buy
of this
doll.
character now.
Yeah.
Me
so
too.
Well styled. Just so.
Can
so
she be
well
like a
styled.
Halloween ornament or something? Like, she's just so cute.
Yeah, Nintendo.
Look at the little
pay
boo on her
attention.
broom.
Right? Look at the little
No.
boo. It's just so cute. It's perfect.
Thank you.
From head to toe, perfection.
Mhm.
And that wig. I mean, we all know how hard it is to make a smooth peaked wig.
Yep.
I've
Mhm.
watched my friends sob over Mercy wigs. And the tracer wigs. Like, so just trying to get those, like, it's so perfect. Not a single hair out of place, not a one.
Yeah.
And to get it so even, so
Mhm.
perfectly symmetrical. Oh my gosh.
I cannot even imagine. But again, like, Nintendo, pay attention.
Witchcraft,
This
clearly.
right here. This right here I want to see.
Actual witchcraft.
Actual witchcraft.
Yeah. And
Sorcery.
I do. I want Magenta's to come hang out with me in this costume and be my friend. So
Can she make me a wig? Like,
can you magic me a wig, please?
We're looking up for wig
Literally.
commissions right now. We're like,
Just I kind of want to see just, and I'm throwing this out into the ether, hoping that someone catches it. I'm envisioning something kind of like Sailor Moon, but with a bunch of Bowsettes, just in different Bowsette forms.
I'm here.
Someone,
I promise you that will be a Katsucon whenever we have a Katsucon. Someone will
someone
do the thing.
somewhere.
Someone will do the thing. Yeah, it'll happen now. Now that you
Like
said it.
I just want to see every Bowsette ever. So that's what I ask. But yes, Magenta's, congratulations, amazing work, just flabbergasting, and GeekGirlCon will be in touch. Stay tuned. So the next up we have Best Group. So there were a few groups that were really amazing, and this was one of them. So we have here Laura DeGlopper and Blake Galvin as Crowley and Zeraphale, right here from Bad Omens. Good Omens.
they're so cute
Good
together
bad
in these cosplays.
And look at their faces. They're so in character, too. Like,
They are, and I've got to say, just for this picture, I mean, how can you not? How can you not love this?
And that
Yeah,
David
dude,
Tennant's the most
somebody will
excited
die.
one in that photo.
yes, he is. So cute.
Yeah. So, but yeah, tell me more. Why? So, judges, why was this the group that stole your heart collectively?
I actually love the little dining photos on the right here. It like shows their character chemistry. You can tell, I mean, they're a couple, they had fun with this. They clearly love these characters. And this cosplays like this seems simple to a lot of people, but you have to put a lot of research into making sure you can embody the characters, even with simple pieces. I can't imagine how they found a vest like that, or just all the pieces coming together that works with both of them. I love stuff like that. It shows creativity. They had a great charisma to go with it. I mean, it's kind of an awesome package. I love it.
I love the personality they brought to cosplaying them. It has big "someone will die" oh fun energy, and I love that in this particular pairing. It's just so cute.
Yeah, and as you said too, I love the body language that is used as a costume piece here. Like if we see here in the diner picture, I'm assuming it's a diner, the eating establishment picture.
And the before
you know,
times.
The difference in posture that really like brings these characters to life, and that's such an amazing piece of it as well. You know, posture, body language, gesticulations, just all of it, I think really take it that extra distance.
The dedication of dyeing your own hair fire engine red because you don't want to buy a wig.
That's
all been there.
Hey, listen.
I mean, it looks good.
Part of the challenge for all these cosplayers submitting was that they only had 5 photos to really represent who they were and what their cosplay was. So I kind of want to, like, especially for a cosplay like this, I kind of want to see what other adorable photos they have together of these characters together. So it's like, you know, definitely check all these cosplayers out after the contest. Like, go to their social media feeds and see what else they do and look for more photo shoots. Like, this is just the surface of what these amazing talents do.
Yes, definitely. Well, and for something like this too, you know, for me personally, I find myself wanting to just like follow them around in cosplay and just be like, let me just see how you're interacting in life together. Just go on, pretend I'm not here. But yeah, no, it's that I love that one. I love seeing their dynamic together as well. I think that's a really cool thing. And which I realized too, when I first said it, Bad Omens is a band, scary movie.
Good Omens?
Yeah, they're from Good Omens. They're from Good Omens, but I said Bad Omens first, and I was like, wait a minute, was that the kid Damien?
The Omen.
The Omen. Okay. Because I was like, they're from. Because I said it first, Bad Omens. I was like, that's not right. It's Good Omens. What is Bad Omens? Where did that come from?
2020. It's like in your head. You're like, Bad
Omens.
Listen, it's 2020. We're in a place.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I can't believe it's October. I'm just happy that we're still standing.
Hey, listen. Although I will say, as an aside, the audiobook for Good Omens is amazing.
Yes, it is.
So take from that what you will. So next up, we have the category for Best Craftsmanship. And for that, we have Owl Feathers Cosplay as Princess Leia. Everyone's favorite princess. I feel like I can pretty confidently say that. This pretty much speaks for itself. However, judges, tell me something.
She did Space Mom justice with this look, okay? The embroidery, the hairstyle. This is Rebel Legion quality. This is, I could impersonate her for the crown quality. I stand.
I don't see this cosplay a lot either. There's so many amazing Leia cosplayers, but this Cloud City design, I'm just like over the moon with. And she's so happy wearing it. You can tell. She's like, my effort was
enjoying it.
Like, yes, it was.
Well, and like the embroidery on there, but also I do have to throw out too, those braids, like I have to give some love to those braids because that doesn't look like a wig to me. Is that, are we looking actually at Princess Leia is my real question.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure like the vibe, she just has her energy like on lock.
Yeah. So don't worry, Owl Feathers Cosplay. We won't tell anyone your secret. But congratulations and really lovely job with that amazing vest cloak, but everything as well. The energy, also that positivity and that smile. That is radiant. So congratulations.
Royal vestments.
Royal, regal. Absolutely regal. And you will be getting some goodies as well. So we will be in touch. Now, next up, we have the judge's choice. Woo! And so for this, I turn the reign over to our esteemed and wonderful and fantastic, I cannot say enough good things, panel of judges. And I guess we can go in the order that we did the introductions, unless you want to just
Rock, paper, scissors.
We can rock, paper, scissors.
Alphabetical order.
We can go alphabetically. We can do anything.
Then I get to
The
go
world
last.
is our oyster.
If we're going alphabetical, I'll go first.
All right, let's do it.
all
I
right.
love it.
Geeks A Go-Go as Princess Jasmine. I loved seeing her work come in because she based it off of concept art. And I love it when cosplayers translate fan art into their own creations and add their own twist to it. So if there's a photo of it, yay! And she also showed the detail of layering it, which shows the magic behind it. And I just love seeing it. I mean, you can see the work in the photo itself, but the breakdown of like the appliques and the color looks great on her, and she's just rocking that character. I love it.
Well, I love here the inclusion of the concept art as well, so we can see where it's coming from, which I think is super cool. And I love seeing the in-process work. And she also looks radiant. Look at that smile.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
I like that better than the Disney parks, Jasmine. It's really pretty.
How much
It's
prettier?
very pretty.
This is one of the cosplays I'm disappointed I didn't get to see in person. I'm like, oh,
I know.
I have to find her sometime.
Absolutely. I've got to say, too, those tassels
Look how cute they are.
My eye keeps just going straight to them. I'm like, these tassels are so, just like, the color is so rich. I just want to like, but I'm also kind of a cat, so.
She looks elegant. She looks amazing. Just the fabrics she chose. The color pops. I'm in love. I love it.
Listen, I would arm wrestle Aladdin for a date with her.
That's right.
Dude, I'm right there.
Wouldn't I be so happy for you?
Yeah, you watch yourself, Aladdin. You watch yourself. Awesome. Well, yeah, Geeks A Go-Go, congratulations. Judge's choice. And so moving on to our next judge's choice, Bo, share with us.
There was only one option for me, because Lusciously Wicked the cosplay, the second that I scrolled down and saw her genie, my jaw was on the floor. Like, she is gorgeous. There are so many small details when you look at her outfit so that it looks polished and finished, and she looks like she is having the time of her life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she looks truly confident in this. And
Absolutely.
Also, her
Also,
eye makeup
that
is so
eye
good.
makeup.
And now her makeup is like,
oh,
I don't know where she got those pigments. They just work so perfectly with the costume.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
trying to put it into words is just so hard. I was just so flabbergasted taking in all the little bits of her cosplay.
I
Well,
wish she was a
these
canon
poses,
genie in the
too.
movie.
Yeah.
Sorry, I spoke over you.
Oh, no, one like this, I will say right now, this is the genie that I would want to appear and be my friend when I rub the lamp.
I make terrible choices.
you know. But also the thing is, this is a genie that I feel like if I was like, hey, genie friend, I want to pretend to be royalty to get a date with somebody, I feel like this genie would be like, slap, no, that's a terrible idea. Don't do that.
Yes.
I know where this goes, and you won't
don't
like
do
it.
that. So I feel like I would trust this genie a lot. So yeah, I absolutely agree though, and just all of these poses, so absolutely confident, so regal, absolutely adore. So yes, congratulations, just flooring work, absolutely adore. So next up, Jamila, who is your choice?
so there were so many good ones and some that other people mentioned before, but so I ended up going with Lady Ava and their Esmeralda, which is based on, I think, one of the doll designs of her dress, and it's so pretty. It just has so many wonderful details and layering. It's just so well made, and I just love all the little details that they put into it. It's just so nice.
That's an amazing picture
Look
right
at all
there
those
too.
layers. I know that picture is like, mwah. But it's so pretty. Just like, yes, get them gold details.
I want to go to a party with her.
I know.
Yes.
I want to talk to her about how she attached all of those because like there are no stitch lines. It's got to be some wonder under or something because it's just really, really well attached. Like everything is just flawless.
Yeah, so pretty.
I've got to say too, that is a lot of fabric. That is a lot of fabric. Gorgeous fabric too. Which...
That's a way to die, drowning in gorgeous fabric.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a way to go.
That's how I want to go.
No, absolutely. So congratulations on that beautiful Esmeralda with all of the gorgeous, gorgeous fabric that makes you just want to cocoon in it. And then Jay, who is your choice winner?
Now, I'm a sucker for, like I said, clean lines and perfectly well-made garments because I know how hard it is to get that. And in this case, there was someone whose dress just stood out to me, and it was Amanda Anime 99 cosplay's Sakura dress. And I loved every single part of this costume. Like, just look at how perfectly clean every single scene is. She rocked that bias tape. She's out here with her headdress. She's real pretty. Okay, she's out here elegant. Yes, I loved everything. It was so good. And the sleeves, those the draping on the sleeves.
Like,
yeah. And then she picked a great setting for her photos. Like, it's like, are you literally in anime? Like, how did you do this? Like, it's just so good. Like, who do you know as a clock tower? Let you just be chilling in it like this. Like,
that's my question
too.
Can I be
friends with this person too? So I can go be cool in the clock tower. Like, what?
That is my real question. Where?
That's a green screen. Like, where was the good green screen? Like. You got a real
amazing.
palace, dog? Can I come by? This is really good.
But also this archway too. Like, this is a very cool archway.
Extremely. Like, this is better than Capsicon. Where are you at? Like, can I come by? This is just, it's fantastic. And her work was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and it is hard to get clean lines in sewing. So like, I heard you use the word back there, bias tape. I'm gonna have to. I've
the double fold bias tape to get all up in there, and finish all your edges for sure.
Listen, I've heard of it. We've crossed paths before. Perhaps I will utilize it more one of these days.
I'll tell you a thing I learned 10 years ago. It works better if you pin it down first.
Okay. Listen, hear your words. Hear your words.
I'm just saying.
Are you telling me if you pin it down first, it doesn't just start going away?
Yeah, I know. Wild, isn't it?
What? Get out of here. Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations on the Sakura cosplay. That is amazing. We also all want to know where the clock tower is. Now, we're not all going to show up just in the dark. We wouldn't.
And steal the clock tower.
That would be someone else, not us.
We'll go to the DMV. We'll make appointments.
Exactly. But then we have arrived at the moment of the Best in Show. Yes, it is that time when we find out who has won the category of Best in Show, and I am so honored to share. Wait. That our Best in Show winner is Baroness Von T cosplay as Project Ebon Blades Cold Flame Kael'thas artwork designed by Zach Fisher. Congratulations. This, I could go on and on and on. Before I let my mouth take me away, judges, please. How do you even,
It's like the apocalypse has come and she is beautiful. Like, everything is just over. It's over. The minute you walk in, like, the air has chill. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just absolute perfection from head to toe. The shapes and the colors and the textures and the makeup and the sass. Look at the sass in that face.
Look at the tiny skulls.
Tiny floating skulls.
I couldn't even appreciate all the details until I'd fully absorbed how epic this cosplay was. And then my eyes kept wandering to just the different The little metal details, the
Mhm.
fabric, how it hangs and looks just like it's out of the game. The little skulls, and I don't know what that is behind her, but it's like fanning out. It looks so cool. I don't play the games, so I don't know what that is. But oh my gosh, everything's just so fantastic.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
so many skill sets that went into this. Like you can see there's like fabric work, there's armor work, the makeup, the eyebrow. I'm always impressed by amazing eyebrows, and those are some amazing eyebrows.
Absolutely. And that's actually one thing. I feel like, I don't know if it's fair to say that's one of the more simple things of the costume, but I'm looking at these eyebrows going, how is that just, what's it doing?
The
How is
only
it
simple
doing
thing
that?
in this costume might be her socks, and we don't even know.
You know?
We don't even know.
We
The
don't.
Baroness came to slay, and it was over after that. Like,
Came to slay.
dang.
But no, I mean, it is,
So stunning.
I can't even imagine.
And I noticed something. So the photographer for these two pictures is David Nago. And David, he only ever takes one photo of a cosplayer to collect them. He took two. What does that tell you about this costume? He took two photos.
He's like, I'm not done. I need more.
I'm not,
Like
literally.
one more.
One more. And they were both excellent. And I can see why he's like, I need more. Like,
Mhm.
we all need more. Is there a Twitch we can follow? Come on, man. Like,
That's peak con moment. Getting a shot by David. Like, I found myself in his gallery once, and I'm like, I made it. I made it.
Yeah,
So
but
good.
it's just looking at it, I feel like I can see hours. I see hours just in work, in love, in energy that has gone into this, and it was worth absolutely everything. I say as someone who did not put that time in there, but from looking at it, it is certainly worth viewing because it's absolutely stunning and gorgeous, and it turned out amazingly. And if there was a way to wear this every day, I would highly endorse that.
You know how the Doof Warrior in Fury Road empowers everybody by being at the front? I feel inspired to go out and slay the devil. Like, look at that. So good.
Exactly.
I'm imbued with the spirit of vengeance. Look at this thing. Like, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
People always tell you like the
Just
cosplay
own
is like
it.
a
I know.
gift. This is like eye candy that also fortifies your soul. Like, it's just that costume is
Soul
amazing.
candy.
Every time
We'll
I
have
look
to
at
look
it,
at-
like it's so good.
I have to look at behind the scenes photos later. Like, I'm going to find her page after this and just
Absolutely.
see how this came
Baroness
together.
Marquis
I can't.
cosplay.
Yeah.
Let's come through. Liking everything.
I'll be
Going
emailing
back
her like,
to
how did you do this
Instagram.
magic? How?
Absolutely. Yeah, well, and that's the thing too. Everybody who's been hanging out with us tonight, make sure to check out all of these amazing cosplayers. Like, check out all of their work. Check out all of the stuff that they've been doing. It is amazing, and everybody has done a fantastic job with all of their work. Everything was incredible, and it truly is really hard to, pick between different just things that people do because they're so good. They are so good, and everything is such, again, a labor of love and creativity. And I know I'm speaking for myself, but I feel like I'm probably speaking for a few other people when I just say that, like, just seeing this imbues so much creative energy and brings so much life to a time that's been maybe a little bit stressful, and maybe filled with looking for places to find a little inspiration. So thank you so much to all of our contestants who brought that inspiration with a fury and really, like, shown some major light and major creativity. You are all amazing, and it has been a delight to be able to see all of you. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining us on this. I'm gonna allow all of our judges to share what they have coming up next. Where can we find you? What can we creep on that you are going to be doing here coming up? Let's go backwards in alphabetical order because that seems like a thing I just said. So Jay,
Well, I'm happy you asked. I will be doing some fun streaming of horror games and makeup streams and cosplay crafting over on twitch.tv/thatsjjustice. I'm on all the social media as That's J Justice because it's just easy. And if you have Disney Plus, keep your eyes peeled for me on November 20th. The Marvel 616 series will be launching, and I am in one of the episodes talking about how Marvel Comics has kind of inspired me to do so many things in my career. And it's just a really fun series showing how Marvel has done so much for so many people. Like, it's going to be great.
Amazing. That is awesome. Thank you so much. And Jamila, where can we find you? What can we watch you doing?
So I'm working on a bunch of stuff for October and months to come, of course, as usual. I'm on Twitter as _cosplay, and then everywhere else as Black Betty Cosplay. And I'm always sharing projects, tutorials, all sorts of stuff like that. So check it out.
Awesome. I'm also going to be creeping on everybody immediately after we get off here, so don't be surprised. Bo, where can we find you? What are you doing?
There's not a lot of big things right now, but you can find me everywhere under Hellish Rebuke Cosplay, as well as joining me for the Critical Role Book Club over on Twitter at Tied with Bo, or under the hashtag Critical Role Book Club.
Fantastic. And how often is that going on?
We do it once a month, and usually around the 15th, there will be a new poll up to choose the next month's new book.
Fantastic. So you heard it here. Well, maybe not first, but first today. Go over and check it out. Check it out. Get in on this. And then Annabelle, where can we find you? What are you doing?
All right. If you're a cosplayer, I'd love to see your work and share it. You can find us on Facebook on Men vs. Cosplay or Women vs. Cosplay. For me personally, I also do a lot of streaming, horror games, and soon to be streaming the art I make for the fanzines. So that's twitch.tv/Pirate Reject. And just to hang out with me personally, I'm on Instagram and Twitter as Annabelle Says.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I am Rockette Fox. You can find me anywhere Rockette Foxes can be found. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I stream 3 times a week at twitch.tv/RocketteFox. And I have a podcast that I recently released 4 weeks ago. It's pretty recent, but I'm on my 4th episode, so that's fun. And it is called Rockette Fox Presents Fantastically Strange. It's about weird stuff. Such
I don't know
as,
what open-ended that is. I'm like, ooh, what weird stuff.
Yes. Well, for example, had an episode about eyeballs being painted on cow butts to help stave off predators and whatnot. And then went into the history of false eyes. So things like that. Have an episode coming up about deadly trees. The most deadly tree. It's going to get you. So
I'm like,
we gotta worry about trees? Didn't we have enough?
Well, you know,
worry about
murder
everything.
trees.
2020,
like to
the
call it
itch
a
rise
murder
up
tree,
again.
but, you know.
Like, oh my God.
But you know, it's not all gloom and doom. Some of it's gloom and smiles. So
Well, I know that you're doing it, so it'll be fun.
Yeah.
it'll be great. But check it out if you can. And and thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us. And hope you have enjoyed the rest of this first time doing GeekGirlCon virtually. And if there's anything that you happen to miss out on, there is going to be a lot of the events and such that are going to be replayed on YouTube on the GeekGirlCon YouTube channel. So make sure to check that out and hang out, stick around, watch some stuff, but treat yourself too. Take care of yourself out there. Do something nice for yourself. Do something nice for someone else. And it is a pleasure to have you, and look forward to seeing you next time.